Welcome to Brain Health Besties, a human-forward podcast for those of us who want to feel better but don't know where to start. I'm Bailey, a licensed professional counselor.
And I'm Nia, a qualified mental health professional.
And I'm Shelby, a human.
We are so glad you're here. And we believe that you deserve to know how your brain works and how to nurture it, even when self-care feels a little challenging.
We focus on kindness to ourselves and recognizing our own needs with as little guilt as possible, because your brain deserves a bestie.
Stars in my eyes, I can't see which way is right, but if there's one thing that I know, it's only up front.
Hey besties, the practices we talk about here are great for your brain, but this podcast isn't treatment. If you're feeling overwhelmed, please call or text 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Help is always available.
Hey besties, welcome to this Be Well moment. This one connects with episode 17 called Connection is Prevention. If you'd like to learn more about connecting with ourselves, with others, and finding ways to do this together, please listen to that episode. So let's get into our practice.
Yeah, so today's practice, y'all, is the Be Well plan, which long ago in the beginning stages of Be Well, we created the Be Well plan as a tool for crisis response when it's our brains that are in crisis. The thing that we used to talk about a lot is that most human beings have a plan. If there is a fire, if there is a natural disaster, we know what hospital we want to be taken to. If there's a physical health emergency, we spend time planning what we'll do in crisis because we know brains in crisis struggle to think clearly, and that's just part of our survival brains. So our brains deserve the same care and love and attention that we give to those other types of crises. So the Be Well plan is really an opportunity for us to lay out a plan for ourselves when it's our brains, when it's the people we deeply care about who are in mental health crisis. So we get to walk through that step by step today. Besties, what you will see on the show notes and on the podcast here is some visuals on how you can fill out your very own Be Well plan. So please follow along if you're in a safe space to do so. If you aren't in a spot where you can write down your plan in this moment, please save this for later so that you can create your very own Be Well plan. Okay, are you all ready to pop through the plan?
Let's do
I think
it.
so. All right, so let's just start with our step one. And we call that, how do we know when we're in crisis? So this is going to be us looking into ourselves, taking a moment to think about what it looks like for each of us when things start to feel just too heavy. Just thinking about what our signs might be. Maybe we are people who start to notice that we're withdrawing from people we're normally connected to. Maybe it's that we're kind of stopping some of the activities we used to do. Maybe we just feel overwhelmed by even the smallest task, or feel like every task is just very, very big. Or maybe we're noticing changes. Things that would commonly maybe happen would be noticing some sleep disturbances. Maybe we're sleeping more or sleeping less. Also with our appetite, maybe we're eating more or eating less. And sometimes we have those thoughts that get stuck and just are not serving us, but we cannot get rid of them. So there's no right answer to this part of the step one, but it's just about knowing each of our own truth. Knowing your own signs is the first step in recognizing when you need support. And doing this without judgment, just really realizing that these may be some of the things saying that you might need a little extra care and that you deserve it as well.
Nia, what are some of those, because the non-judgmental piece is important here. What are those red flags for you? What are those some of those signs that maybe you are at your max or met your limit?
I think for me it is when my temperament gets shorter with people. I'm usually pretty laid back, but when I feel myself, and it's that overwhelm, I think it is, when I'm trying to think and things just feel like there's too much going on or there's lots of questions coming. So I think my answers become shorter, or I become, a little more muted in my responses.
Yeah.
Step 2 of the Be Well plan is, what can I do to care for myself? Think about this like your toolkit. things that already work for you. What helps you feel grounded when things feel out of control? Is it a walk, a playlist, a breathing exercise, maybe a quiet space? For me, this is connecting with my best friends, posting up on my best friend's couch, walking my dog in the sunshine, maybe doing a craft to keep my hands busy, and that helps calm my mind. Write down a few things that help you reconnect with yourself. These don't have to fix everything, and they won't fix everything. They're just small ways to care for your brain in the moment.
Yeah. Thank you, Shelby. So once we get through step 1 and step 2, then we're really looking at step 3, which is who are our personal supports? The people, the communities, the organizations that are our go-tos when we need support and care. So who do we text or call in a hard moment? Who's our go-to? What helps us feel safe and seen and valued, and what spaces create that for us? Is that a place of worship? Is that a community spot? Is that our family? Is it our partner? Is it our gym? Like thinking through those spaces where we feel seen and valued in the community can also be a touchstone for us. And then are there professionals or hotlines or community resources that are our go-to places? Is it 988? Is it the Trevor Project? Is it our local behavioral health center? Where are those community hubs that we can go to, or those professional supports that we can link up to when we are in those spaces of crisis as well? And the cool thing about this is you don't have to have a dozen names on your list. It doesn't have to be that I have 12 people that I will go to. But it is maybe my partner, maybe my best friend, maybe 988, and that might be it. But those people or those spaces that we can list out and say like, ooh, yep, when I am in a moment, these are my go-tos. These are the people I'm going to lean into, or places I'm going to lean into.
That's great. So now we've been through a few steps, and there's just one more. And I'm glad that we are talking about this ahead of time, because this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to give the opportunity to think through the things, to just have a plan down. So this one might be a little bit bigger, but it is, how do I want to be supported? So depending on what's going on, you may have different ways that support feels different to you, or would feel more beneficial. But sometimes when we're struggling, we want to think about what actually might help. Sometimes for you, it might be just for someone to come and sit with you in that silence. Maybe you don't need lots of words and things and tips at that moment, but just someone to be with you. Maybe it's something more practical. Maybe for you, you would like some meals to be delivered to you, or someone to ask you to actually go out and get a bite to eat. Maybe just some reminders that there are people that are, around you to support you. And then maybe also you're a person that really does like to have just a little bit of space, just a little bit of time to be alone. But maybe you also want those check-ins, and then being very specific about how. Would you like to just get a text? Would you like someone to leave you an actual little note that you can look at again? So really being able to kind of look into yourself and figure out, and letting the people know. I think that's the other step, I think. Mm-hmm. As we're talking about this plan, it's also being able to let those around you know, being able to write these down for yourself, can make those times when you need it, it'll already be there for you.
Yeah. I think, Nia, too, the important piece about that connection piece with this, too, is it creates space for us to have those conversations. Mm-hmm. So if I have my partner on my Be Well plan, having a conversation beforehand that says, hey, you're on my Be Well plan. This is how I need to be supported in crisis. Because if he asks me in the moment and notices I'm in crisis and says, what do you need? Oftentimes when I'm in crisis, I don't know.
Right.
So having those conversations beforehand, if they are direct people saying like, hey, this is the best way to support me when I'm in this space.
Right. I love that. Well, I think the plan too, by doing this plan, it's really a way to gift ourselves, right? Give ourselves that gift of having those things in place. Like Bailey, you were talking about, letting the people know, starting those conversations beforehand, because they care about you, mm-hmm. right? They care about you, and they're going to want to help if there's ever time for that. It's also honoring you your needs, your brain, and its health by being able to kind of put these things down on paper or in your phone or wherever you might hold it. And it's a way to be able to prepare for the hard should it come. I think what's neat about the plan too is that you can revisit it.
Yeah.
Just because you wrote down some things today, some of that stuff might change. And as a matter of fact, I think I would recommend revisiting it, and then also revisiting it with those people that you have on your plan. And then we want you to know too that you're able to download this plan. We have the Be Well Plan template. So it's a blank one that you get to fill out for yourself, for your own needs. You can find that at bewellcommunity.org. And then also it'll be in the show notes for everybody today too. So we hope that this is just the start. And this is, again, kind of starting that conversation, being able to care for ourselves and have something right there that we can share with people should we need it, because we all deserve it.
Yeah, our brains deserve this kind of care and love and attention, and so do the people around us.
Yeah.
Alrighty, besties. To find your Be Well plan, do go visit that bewellcommunity.com in order to find, or .org, sorry. .org. Shelby's usually the one that takes care of that. In order to find that plan and fill out your own plan, you can also fill this out with your littles if you have littles at home. Thank you so much. Take care and be well, besties. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Brain Health Besties so you can find us in the future.
And since sharing is kind, share us with your besties.
If you have mental health or wellness topics you'd like us to chat about, please reach out to bewell@livebrightly.org.
Until next time, be well, besties.
Shining brighter than the sun. I'm